Hey YouTube, Flothmaster here. I know it's been a friggin' coon's age since I posted my last video, but I'm going to start making some more videos for you guys. Next set of videos are just going to be me, my everyday life kind of thing. Not going to go too crazy, but I think I'll start off this video with changing brakes on my 2008 Chevy Silverado because they are pooched. Alright, catch you guys later. Guys, I already got the tire taken off, and I'll just show you what bolts you need to undo to take your caliper off. And I'll just show you guys as consistently as possible on how to change your brakes. So you want to first start off by loosening this top bolt here, preferably with a breaker bar. That should unthread, and then just down here there's another one that looks identical to this top one. You want to loosen that one off too. There, just like so. Take those bolts right out. Put those in a safe place where you won't lose them. There's nothing worse than losing bolts to brakes. And then you just want to pry your caliper off. I'm actually quite surprised on how well this is going. You want to put it in a nice safe spot. You don't want to be stretching your hose out. It's a good way to bugger those up, because you don't want to stretch this too bad, or else you'll crack it and you'll lose brake fluid pressure. Ooh, these are gorgeous looking brakes. Yeah, this is what, if you can see that this here is the metal bracket for your pads, and I got less than probably 2 seconds, which is way below spec, and friggin' nice and cracked, nice and fucked. Throw that off to the side. Take this one here, which is metal on metal.
Hold it down here.
Which is metal on metal, like there's hardly any transition. Yeah, I should have changed these about 50,000 kilometers ago. And then what you do is you find something flat, preferably your old pad. You take a C-clamp, which I find works the best, because what you want to do, you want to press these pistons in at the same time and push all the brake fluid back into your reservoir, which will allow you to put your new pads on. So what you want to do, you want to try to find a nice flat even surface on the back of your caliper. Take your C-clamp and just slowly push it back in, nice and as even as possible. And you'll notice that the pistons are going back in. You want to do that until they just about bottom out. Which is about there. Take those out. Those there. Grab your new pads. And I'm also going to be doing the rotor at the same time. Which I should have unbolted those instead. Oh well, minor detail. I'll be right back. Another socket. Okay. Yeah. Cut. Alright. Let's see here. I kind of skipped. I bypassed a step there, guys. I should have took the caliper bracket off tube instead of just taking the caliper off, but minor detail. Now, same thing. There's two bolts, one at the top, one at the bottom. There's this one here and this one here. Now, you don't have to take this bracket off if you're only doing the pads, but since I'm doing both the pads and the rotor, you can just take this whole thing off all at once. Okay, there's that. Put those bolts somewhere safe where you won't lose them. Now with this here, always try to remember what direction you took them off. Kind of embarrassing when you gotta go back to an actual mechanic to get them to fix your brakes because you screwed up. Nothing more embarrassing. And then for your rotor, there's a little bolt, I can't remember what the hell it's called. That's a star-shaped hex. You just there we go. Take that out. Now, this rotor should be easy to take off since I had to change my hub earlier this winter. So we will see how easy it is. And it's the new bastard. Did I grab a hammer? No, I didn't. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. So when your rotor's a little tough to get off, and if you're not going to be reusing your rotor, just use a nice big hammer. She'll pop right off every time, hopefully. Just slide that off, toss that off to the side. Grab your nice new shiny rotor right here. Look at that beauty. And all you gotta do, you gotta line that that hole there with the hole in the rotor. It's right there. Slide it on like so. Take your little hex bit. And thread your bolt on. Tighten that up like so. And tighten it like that. And you take this here. Let's see if I can replace those right now. This kit has them. And it does. Oh, no big deal. Holy jeepers, there we go. I almost screwed up there, guys. There. Put your two caliper bracket bolts back in. Tighten those up. As tight and snug as you can. You don't want these falling off while you're driving. That could equal some pretty good disaster. And you take your new pads out of the case, out of the thing here, and just slide them back into the original grooves here. Oh, look at that. Like I'll show you here. This is a good pad. This is a bad pad. If you notice the difference in meat, you always want to try to change your brakes out before this here happens. So you can see all the stress cracks, all the heat cracks, and all the goofy wear and tear. But I'm actually quite surprised on how long these last. These brakes lasted me 5 years, so that's original Chevy brakes. So like what I'm doing here, I'm trying to line these nubs here up inside these grooves. You just do that, line it in, push it in like so. You take your caliper, in the exact same way you took them off. You just rest it in there, take your other two bolts, and anybody can do this as long as they got all the proper tools. And proper tools is pretty much a wrench, ratchet, and either a little pry bar such as this, or a flathead screwdriver just to move your rotor out of the way. Yeah, okay. And you just snug those up nice. There! Now that should be good for another 160,000. I hope that was somewhat informative for you guys. If not, leave a comment. I try not to be too sarcastic. I am just a backyard mechanic, so I don't know everything. So, catch you guys later. I got the other side to do. Ciao. Alright guys, this is the whole reason why I changed my brakes. On the passenger side, if you really look, you can see some really nice metal on metal due to the caliper, or the brake shoe here. You can see that it's right metal on metal. I wore the pad right the hell off. So bad that it was wearing on the guide rail. And this here was on the back side. Just paper thin. I should start changing my brakes before 160,000, but at the time, it wasn't no big deal. So yeah, catch you guys later. I'll edit this up as good as I can, and catch you guys later. Bye. Alright guys, now that the brakes are all done, you want to make sure that you build up your brake pressure in your brake cylinder, in your brake system, because when you pressed in the